Welcome back everyone. Today's episode is where everything starts to come together. Because in the last episode, we talked about building a personal brand. But today, we're answering the big question. How do you actually make money from it?
And not just random income, but building a real, sustainable business. Because I think a lot of people are creating content, posting consistently, growing slowly, but they don't really know how to convert that into income. And that's where the gap is. Content does not equal business. You need a system behind your content.
So today we're breaking down how to monetize a personal brand. What business models actually work, how to use AI to scale faster, and how to avoid the biggest mistakes.
And we'll make it very practical, step by step. Let's dive in.
Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Why do most personal brands not make money?
Because they focus only on content, not conversion. They post, they grow, but they don't build a system.
So they're basically building attention without direction.
Exactly. They don't have a clear offer, a defined audience, a monetization strategy. Even if they grow, they don't earn. And that leads to frustration.
Anna, I think this is where things start to click for people, or completely confuse them. Because when someone starts building a personal brand, they hear, sell a course, do affiliate marketing, build a community, and suddenly there are too many options. So let me ask you directly. If someone is starting today, how should they think about choosing the right business model?
That's a great question, and honestly, this is where clarity can save people months or even years. The mistake most people make is trying to pick the perfect model instead of the right model for their current stage. Timing matters. Let's simplify it. There are 4 main models, but they're not equal at every stage.
Okay, let's go one by one.
Okay. 1. Services, beginner stage. If you're starting from zero, services are the fastest path to income. Because you don't need a big audience, a complex system, or even a product. You just need a skill, a problem you can solve.
So it's direct value exchange.
Exactly. Let's say someone creates content about Instagram growth. They can offer account audits, content strategy, one-on-one coaching. Your content becomes proof of your expertise. So instead of waiting to grow, you monetize immediately. 2. Digital products, scaling stage. This is what everyone talks about. And for good reason. Digital products are scalable. You create once, sell multiple times.
But I feel like many people try to do this too early.
Exactly, and that's a mistake. You should first understand your audience through services. Then create a product based on real demand. 3. Affiliate marketing. This one is great for beginners. You recommend tools you already use. You don't need your own product. 4. Content monetization. Ads, sponsorships. This comes later. Not the main focus early on.
Let's go deeper into something that I think stops most people. Creating their first offer. Because this feels intimidating.
Yes, because people think they need something complex. But the best offers are simple.
So where do you start?
Start with one question. What problem can I solve right now? This sounds simple, but it's actually hard. Because people overcomplicate it. Let's use a real example. Imagine someone creates content about productivity. Their audience struggles with time management, focus, consistency.
So the offer should solve one of those. How would you validate that?
Using ChatGPT. You can ask, what are the biggest problems people face in niche? Then refine. What solutions would they pay for?
You're basically doing market research with AI. Okay, what's a simple first offer someone can create?
A 1-hour consultation. No course, no fancy system. Just help someone solve a problem.
This is where things connect. Content to conversion. Because a lot of people create content, but don't convert. And that's because they don't have a system. So what does a simple system look like?
Very simple. Content, then value, then trust, then offer, and finally sale. Let's say you post, how I grew 1,000 followers in 30 days. That's content. Then you provide value, explain steps.
So people learn something.
Yes. Then trust builds. Because you showed results. Then you say, if you want help, I offer coaching. And that's the conversion.
Let's talk about scaling. Because manually doing everything is exhausting. And this is where AI changes everything. How exactly?
AI helps you create content faster, automate workflows, analyze data. Example 1. Use ChatGPT to generate content ideas. 2. Create content. 3. Repurpose into multiple posts. 4. Analyze performance.
So one idea becomes multiple pieces of content.
Exactly.
Let's make this very real. Someone with 1,000 followers. What can they actually do?
Let's say they're in fitness. They can offer coaching, sell meal plans, create content. Even small audience can make income if it targeted.
Let's end with mistakes.
Biggest ones. No offer. People create content without selling anything. Then overcomplicating, trying to build a full course immediately, instead of starting simple. Next, inconsistency. No consistency equals no growth. And not using AI.
This is huge.
Yes, it slows everything down.
I think this episode really shows that making money online is not complicated. It's structured, and once you understand the system, everything becomes easier. See you in the next episode.